All right, Shalom Akim is the high spirit wind Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp, giving all honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Shem Havashai, by Shem Kai Kodash. Also giving double honors to our apostles, the great millstone rule well. And I want to say peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right. And today what I want to go into is focus. All right, because when you come into this truth, man, the biggest obstacle is basically to maintain your focus within this word over an extended period of time. Something I heard Elder Kazak say in the older video. He was like, you have to keep this truth in your mind. All right. And the biggest war is really within your mind. All right. And the reason why I chose to do this video, because I watched a movie a few years back called Focus, starring Will Smith, and it just so happened to be 1 hour and 44 minutes long. You could look it up. All right. And in that movie Focus, okay, Will Smith was basically a con artist, and what he did, he was a part of an organization that manipulated people to make a decision, basically to make Will Smith's organization money. But everything in that person's and that target's surrounding was orchestrated to feed into their subconscious to make them make a certain decision which would benefit Will Smith. You should watch the movie to, get a better understanding. But which was a pretty good movie overall. But the point is, the biggest fight is to maintain your focus and your faith and your passion for this thing over an extended period of time, man. That's why the scriptures goes into hope deferred, all right? Because you can start off having hope, but the depression and the stress comes in when the hope is delayed, okay? And that's when you don't dig that plow as hard, and you become slothful, or you become, what's the word? You basically become jaded, for lack of better words, okay? But the thing is, the key thing in this truth, the goal is to maintain your focus. And Satan has everything structured and everything situated to where you're always fighting for your faith, okay? And Satan has everything. He's putting all these different obstacles and distractions in your way. So ultimately, you could lose your focus. Whether it's something that's straight up directly in your face, that's a test of faith, okay? Whether it's a job interview that will cause you to, not be at camp weekly, or they want you to shave your beard, or it's just little insidious things, man, little subtle things that slowly peek away from your strength in this faith, okay? Just things that slowly, sidetrack you from the word on a day-to-day basis, to where you went 2-3 weeks without reading, 2-3 months without reading, you weren't really watching the videos. And I'm telling you from experience, that's easy to do. And the key thing is, you just have to make this truth your priority, man. When you hear about the orders coming out that, it's 3 videos a week, or you realize like, dang, I went 3 weeks without reading, and you feel like, you got so many distractions, you really have to reprioritize your life. All right? You really have to reprioritize your life to where the truth is just number one. All right? So yeah, you probably have a job, you probably have a woman, and you more than likely have offspring. All right? But you have at least 30 minutes to yourself. You got at least a 30-minute break, 2 10, 15-minute breaks at work, all right? Or you might be a morning person to where you can wake up before everybody, man. Or the spirit might have you to wake up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, man, okay? All right, but you have to fight. That's what it means to fight the good fight of faith and lay hold on eternal life, man. Because you have to keep that information in your mind. You have to keep that faith in your mind, this knowledge in your mind, because Babylon is moving counterclockwise to this truth, man. The ways of this world is moving counterclockwise to this truth, and it's naturally contrary to this word, man. So be aware of the things that come into your path, and ask yourself, are these things conducive to my growth in this truth, or is it a distraction? Okay, new woman. Because you get a new woman, you're gonna naturally be excited about that woman, man. But you still have to lay down some structure all right, about what you do in this truth. Whether she knows fully what you do or not, she has to know, all right, I do my thing on Saturdays. He said something about a ministry on Saturdays. You know, he has a lesson on this day. Like, that's your structure. And no matter how excited you get about that woman, you have to maintain your structure, and that's your integrity as a man. All right. If you don't stand for anything else, stand for this word, because those are little things that sidetrack you from the truth, man. Then you have things that you didn't plan, things that you didn't see coming, like inconveniences that, you know, throw you off your schedule. But as soon as you see that you get thrown off, you have to bounce back, or you have to have a flexible structure to where if something does happen, you still have a way around it to where you can still read, you know, you can watch a video or be around those brothers and do a lesson, because that's what strengthens you day by day. You're gonna feed your flesh. You're gonna eat what you want to eat. You're gonna drink what you want to drink. You're gonna deal with women. You're gonna find time to do the things that your flesh wants, but you have to be that sincere about making time to do things that your spirit wants, man. All right. Now, if you dealt with women, some point in your life, women are gonna bug you about the time you're not spending with them. Then you might say, baby, I ain't had time. And the whole thing will make time. If you're really serious about this, you know, me and you, make time. That's usually the nature of what they say, right? For brothers that have dealt with women. But guess what? Wisdom is a woman. Sophia is a woman, man. So you have to make time for Sophia, man. You have to make time for wisdom. And the way you do that is based on your priorities, man. Everybody has time for everything. It's basically what's a priority in their mind. Everything else is really an excuse, because you have 24 hours in the day. Let's say you go to sleep for 8 hours. That means you have about 16 hours of being awake. So what are you doing within your 16 hours, man? All right? And you genuinely do have distractions, but you have to understand the nature of what you're a part of. You are a part of something that give you the opportunity to have everlasting life in the kingdom, and may even, you know, omit you from death in Babylon and get, you know, a one-way ticket to the kingdom. But the thing is, you have to fight for it, and the biggest fight is within your mind. You have different demons dwelling within you, within your flesh, man. As it says in Romans 7, I know that within me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. And one of those demons is your ego, which blinds you from your own flaws and your own weaknesses. All right. And it has a it's not my fault mentality. All right. Then you have lust. All right. Which you get engulfed in that, and it sidetracks you from the word. All right. And what you may or may not realize is the more you feed those demons, the more you feed into your flesh, the more sidetracked you are, and the more distant you are from the word, man. It's like two polarities that can't coexist. Okay. So you have to make a priority to feed that spiritual man, because that's the only thing that's going to strengthen you in the fight. Because when you start losing the fight, you're going to start justifying pleasing your flesh. Whether it's getting some type of money, but the way you get money will basically deviate you from the word, distract you from the word, or, you know, you're dealing with these women, all right, but these women are sidetracking you from the word, man. Or you have these little private addictions that makes your spirit weak, man, and sidetrack you, man. So you have to make some of the things that you're struggling with it because you never strengthen your spirit, man. All right. That's why I said, I believe it's I think it's in Romans, maybe in Romans, but it says, make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Provision is food, man. You provide food. So don't feed your flesh, because when you feed your flesh and your flesh is warring against your spirit, that means you are empowering your flesh to dominate your spirit. But if you empower your spirit, then you are strengthening your spirit to dominate your flesh. You're not going to win every battle, but you want to win a war. You want to win the war, okay? And those are some of the key ingredients to maintain your focus over an extended period of time in this truth, along with fasting and prayer, man. But it's the little things that you do day by day that's going to determine your fight in this truth. Another thing is, you can't have a drop the ball mentality, you know, once you take an L in this faith. So, you know, you might go off, or you might fall into some old habit that makes you feel like crap. And I know the feeling, man. But you have to look at your growth in this truth and your path in this truth like a monthly graph. All right, you might have had a low point, but that you get back up. And if you look at your trajectory or your work from a month, it was an up and down bar, you know, but the ultimate line was inclining. All right, the ultimate thing was growth. It might have had little low points, all right, but the ultimate thing was it was inclining and not declining. All right, so you have to look at it from that perspective as well. You're not going to win every battle, man, but you want to have an overall line of growth. All right. So, hey, and I'm going to say this last thing, man. Examine thyself whether that be in the faith, man. You know, you have to have places you could go to where you could sit back and study yourself and ask yourself, am I staying the path that I first set out for myself, or that the Most High first set out for me? Am I reading? And, you know, am I in line with my goals in this truth? You know, am I reading? Am I studying? Am I praying? All right. And even as a man, am I growing mentally, physically, spiritually? Am I exercising? I mean, I know that's not a law. It's not a law to exercise, but you know, it's good to exercise. Am I staying physically in shape? Am I eating the food I should be eating? You know what I'm saying? Am I studying the prophecies? Am I dull in the spirit? You know, you have to have places you could go to allows your mind to unwind. Because another thing, you have to have balance. You have to know how to unwind to come back to yourself, man. But I'm not going to prolong it. I hope you brothers are edified to the next lesson. Shalom.